Hey everybody, just a quick disclaimer about the future of Tier List Tag Team. Obviously, this is the introductory episode. This is just kind of to ease you guys into the whole idea that I'll be having tier list videos. This series will go through a couple of changes in format to make it more unique in the future. But for this episode, me and some buddies are just going to be making tier lists, and that's about it. Again, we will make it more unique and more special as we go along and figure out ways to do so. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and look forward to some exciting changes and innovations in future episodes. What is up, everybody? It is your boy, and welcome to this new series. Oh, I'm just realizing that we didn't think of a name yet. MJ said Tier List Team, and I kind of like that one. Tier List Tag Team. Tier List Tag Team. How about that?
That's fine.
What's good, everybody? It is your boy, and welcome back to the channel with a new series that I like to call Tier List Tag Team. This is going to be a series that I'm going to be running with my good old friend Nate. Say what's up.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Yeah, so we're going to be running this series together. It's going to be a little team effort, hence the name, and we're going to be making tier lists about different things. Unfortunately, because we don't have a whole lot going on interesting in our lives that we're interested in, a lot of them is going to have to do with Pokemon, but we'll definitely include some different topics as much as we can, because we don't want it to get stale. But just as a little special deal for today, for our little first episode, we also have Mr. PhysXP with us. Say what's up.
What's up?
Yeah, so we got the whole squad here for episode 1. We have our little tier list jank-ass setup in Photoshop over here. So we have all of our guys just on this little bottom part, and then the actual tier list over here. We're each going to go through the tier list in Pokédex order over here, so from bottom to top, and we're going to explain why we put them where we put them as we go along. So let's get into it. I'm going to go up first, and then Nate's going to go. So, our first Pokemon, of course, is Venusaur. Now, Venusaur is a great Pokemon. Who doesn't like Venusaur? It's a frog dinosaur with a big flower on its back. It's a pretty awesome design, pretty unique, and I think it is a deserving A-tier Pokemon.
Fair.
And I think it's that simple. Its design is nice. It has a pretty good shiny. That's going to be a reason for a lot of the Pokemon that I like, because they have good shinies. But yeah, Venusaur is just generally good Pokemon. Then we have Charizard, the golden boy of the Pokemon Company. Charizard is it's Charizard. It's incredibly highly rated, incredibly popular Pokemon, and that's for a reason. It's an S tier. It's Charizard. Look at it.
And the shiny, bro.
And the shiny. Charizard actually has my favorite shiny. Maybe we'll do a shiny starters tier list when we run out of ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charizard is just... I mean, come on. If you don't like Charizard, it doesn't have to be your favorite, but if you don't like it, grow up.
Wagon.
Next up is Blastoise.
Watch this video be outdated within a week because they reveal the starter evos.
Oh yes, actually, thanks for saying that. I wanted to mention that. Over here we do have Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxly. We're going to be ranking them, not based off of how much we like their first stages, but how good we think their final stages can or will be. So, like, potential, if you will. Anyway, I digress. Next up we have Blastoise, the final Kanto starter. Now, Blastoise is, again, all three of them are incredibly popular Pokemon, with very good reason. It is, in my opinion, overall, the best trio of starters that we've ever seen. And obviously I'm not a Gen 1er. I was born in the middle of Gen 4, I think, or no, the middle of Gen 3. This is just my genuine opinion. Blastoise is amazing. Blastoise is another S-tier pick. Blastoise is an incredible design, incredible Pokemon. You gotta love it.
Yep.
And I wanted to add another note. Charizard, I have quite the sentimental attachment to. I received a shiny Charizard from a friend of mine in a trade way back in 2013, Pokemon X days, and I have been using it since. The Charizard that you have seen show up in battles on my channel is that same one. Mr. Infernus, they call him. Alright, next up, this is probably one of my first pretty hot takes. Meganium. I like Meganium. A lot of people do not like Meganium. I do not
Meganium,
like Chikorita. I really like Bayleaf, and I really like Meganium. So Meganium, I think, is a safe B tier. I think Meganium is solid. It's got not a whole lot going on. It is a green, long-necked dinosaur. All it has going on is little stems on its nose and a flower around its neck. But it looks nice. It's a little cute little guy. I like him. And then we have Typhlosion. Typhlosion is an amazing Pokemon. I really love Typhlosion. And, I mean, look at it. It's like early Pokemon epitomized to like, why early Pokemon designs were so good. It's because it is an animal with one aspect of a certain element, and that's it. It's a badger made to look cool, bipedal, and it has flames coming out of its neck. That's cool.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. When it's aggressive. So, Typhlosion is going in the S tier. Right behind Blastoise. Alright, this one, some of you who watch probably already know the answer. Feraligatr is my favorite Pokemon. Not only do I love crocodiles, they are my favorite animal, tied with killer whales. I love killer whales too. But crocodiles have been my favorite animal for a very long time, and it's just a crocodile on two legs. Water has always been one of my favorite types, and Totodile was my first Pokemon that I ever obtained ever, because my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Heart Gold. And if you're presented with Totodile, Cyndaquil, and Chikorita, and you don't pick Totodile based on not knowing what they evolve into, you're insane. If you know what they evolve into and you like Typhlosion more, I respect that, but Feraligatr has been and always will be my favorite Pokemon, so Feraligatr's staying on the top.
Yeah, don't pick Chikorita.
Okay.
The game sucks.
You're crazy. Foreshadowing. I guess we know where that's gonna fall later in this video. Sceptile. We're starting the Hoenn starters off. Sceptile. Yeah, it's. I mean, come on.
It's Sceptile.
Like, come on.
Sceptile is one of the strongest trio. Period.
Easily.
Yeah, it totally is. This is not cooperating, so I'm gonna move them individually. There we go. Sceptile is an incredible Pokemon. It's my favorite Hoenn starter, and it is my favorite grass starter, too. I mean, look at him. He's just a lizard guy. And he has a tree on his tail.
Cool tree dude.
Cool tree dude, exactly. Alright, this is another semi-hot take. I don't mind Blaziken. I think Blaziken's pretty cool. But something about it has... I don't know. Something about it just doesn't click with me that it does with other people. And I think Blaziken's a low B tier, so I'm just gonna put it here because I know there's gonna be some wiggle room. Blaziken's a low B tier for me. You know what, I'll just put him here. I'll move him when I have to, but Blaziken is a low B tier. I don't mind it. I think it's a solid design, but I don't love it. You know?
Yeah, I feel you.
Out of the starters that I really, really like, and the starters that I'm, like, off of, Blaziken is the highest in that ladder category. Next up, we're on to the Unova starters. We have Samurott. Samurott's pretty cool. I've always liked Samurott quite a bit. I think Samurott has a cool design. It's a sea lion guy with shells all over him, shell armor, shell weapons. Pretty cool. Cool facial hair, by the way. And don't know how he evolves from an otter, but regardless, he looks very cool. I will definitely give Samurott a solid A tier. Samurott is an A tier design. Next up, Emboar. Oh, back to the hot takes. I love Emboar. Emboar
it hot is... like fire type Emboar, like hot takes like fire type Emboar.
Oh my god, you're so funny.
That was mad good. So yeah, I love Emboar. Emboar is my favorite of the Unova starters. It is probably... I used to say it's my favorite firefighting type starter, but the more time passes, the more Infernape is inching up on it. It's definitely very close, which most people would say I'm insane for. The first Pokemon game that I ever fully played through was Pokemon Black 2 when I had an Emboar on my team. So for that reason, Emboar is an A tier.
Oh my god, you're putting it above Venusaur.
I am.
You're saying it's close to S tier?
Emboar is an A tier, for sure. Okay, Serperior. Now, there are no starters that I hate. That's how I'm going to start this. There are no starters that I hate. but there are some that are just
You're
not
not gonna
as
rank
good
superior
as
or lower
others.
than Emboar. You're not gonna rank superior or lower than Emboar.
He is.
Oh, I am.
You're not.
So Snivy and Servine are kind of weird. I like Servine. Servine's alright. Snivy's kind of weird. And then they just chopped its limbs off. It's like you sent a Servine to be tortured by ISIS. Superior is a D tier.
Oh my god.
There are no F tier starters in my opinion, but
Oh, yes, there are.
relative to how
One
much
of
I
them's an
like,
A tier.
relative to how much I like other starters, Superior is a D tier. I have no sentimental connection. Its design is it's just a weird design decision. The removal of its limbs. I don't know. Next up, oof, Empoleon. Oh wait, I went in the wrong order. I'm a fool.
Fool.
Okay, I'm wrapping around. Empoleon. We're not going in Pokédex order, apparently. I'm just going in order that I had them, which was, I guess it was left to right, left to right. I kind of just started wrapping up. Next up, we have Empoleon. I'll pick it back up after this one. Empoleon. It's not great. It's not terrible. But it evolves from Piplup, which is way better, in my opinion. I think Piplup is just a better Pokemon than Empoleon.
Actual.
And Prinplup is an abomination. I think Empoleon, it used to be my least favorite, but I think it's a C tier, in my opinion. Now I'm gonna just catch back up, get the Hoenn starters done with Swampert. My bad about that. Swampert's a great design. I've always liked Swampert. Swampert's really cool. Like I said, Sceptile's my favorite, but Swampert is a actually, you know what? Swampert's an A tier. I don't think it's below Venusaur for me. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, I don't think it's below Venusaur. I think it beats Venusaur out very slightly. I think Swampert is a solid A tier starter Pokemon. Alright, now actually continuing Sinnoh. Forgive my mess up. We have Torterra. Now, Torterra has always been my favorite Sinnoh starter, which I know is also a hot take because Infernape is literally right here, but I've always loved Turtwig. It's my favorite of the first stages. Turtwig's adorable. I have sentimental connection to Turtwig, and I just really, something about Torterra is just sick. It's a turtle, like Blastoise, but it's on all fours, so it's different. It's got a massive tree on its back, like, it's like a take on that whole, religious belief by some group of people that the world was on a massive floating turtle in space. And I think that's really cool. So that is why I'm putting Torterra in, I don't know if I want to put it high A or low S. Oh, I really actually don't know where to put Torterra relative to Emboar and Swampert. I really like Torterra.
Up to you, man.
I think, personally for me, Torterra's probably just above Emboar. So high A. We're gonna put
you a little more.
We're gonna put Torterra in the high A tier. I have sentimental connection for different reasons. It's really sentimental connection to Turtwig, but then I found out what it evolves into, and I mean, come on. It's awesome. And then we have Infernape. Infernape's a great Pokemon, great design. I said it was really close to Emboar. I have more sentimental connection to Emboar. I'm going to put it right next to Emboar. I'm only putting Emboar in front because I have more sentimental connection to it. Okay, yeah. Infernape's awesome. The anime helps it a lot. The Gen 4 anime was incredible. The battle against Paul is one of the best that the series has ever seen. And yeah, you can't dislike Infernape. It's actually illegal. Next up, Kalos. We have Chestnut. I don't know how much of a hot take this is. I've heard a lot of people shit on Chestnut before, and it makes me upset because I've always been a big fan of it. It's just a big, bulky guy. Like, its actual being and what it's shaped after is not based on anything in particular. But it looks cool. He's just a big, shieldy man.
Yeah, Chestnut is cool.
And something about that's cool.
Yeah, Chestnut is sick.
It's like a porcupine, but like not at all at the same
He's
time.
like a big spiky shield, like his signature move, spiky shield. Oh my god!
That was mad funny. Anyway, Chestnut's gonna be a low S tier for me.
Okay.
Chestnut, I fucking love Chestnut. Chestnut is amazing. It is my favorite or second favorite fighting type, behind like maybe Surfetch'd, or maybe no, just Surfetch'd. All right, Delphox. Delphox is another really good design. I absolutely love Delphox. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. It has a solid shiny too. I don't have too much sentimental connection to it because I played through X and Y. I used my two favorites, which were Greninja and Chestnut. And I haven't played through the game since, and my next playthrough is going to be with a shiny Greninja. So, sorry, Delphox. But I did recently just get a shiny Braixen in the Friend Safari that took me absolutely forever. I don't know if that makes me like it less or more, but I think Delphox is a fair... I'm thinking low A, high B. I'll adjust it accordingly later on, but for now I'm going to put it low A. Okay, Greninja. I mean, it's Greninja.
It's Greninja.
That's a little bit low, my friend.
Do I need to say anything more than it's Greninja?
I think you put him a little low.
Greninja is amazing. Obviously, Feraligatr is my favorite Pokemon. It's not going to top Feraligatr. And Charizard, the fight between Greninja and Charizard, in my mind, on who I like more, is a very tough one. It hasn't gone back and forth, so I'm not going to say that. Charizard's always been up there, purely because of the stronger sentimental connection. Anyway, Charizard I've always liked a little more than Greninja, primarily because of the sentimental attachment and the shiny. Despite Greninja having an amazing shiny, I do like Charizard's more. Greninja is actually my second favorite shiny, but still. I've had the Charizard for almost 10 years now. That's crazy to think about. I've had the Charizard for an incredibly long time, and I have a strong attachment to the Pokemon because of that, and nothing's going to top that except for Alligator. I don't have one that I've had for an incredibly long time, but because I sold my Heart Gold copy years ago, I regret that a lot. I bought a Soul Silver copy recently and played through it with a shiny Feraligatr, which is going to be one that I use in future games, but again, I've only had that for a little over a year, so I don't have any strong sentimental attachment to a specific Feraligatr at the moment, but the Pokemon itself, because it was my first one ever, it's never going to get past, unless they make like a new form for Feraligatr that looks better, but it's just not getting past. Next up, we have Alola, we have Decidueye. Decidueye is my second favorite grass-type starter, and I put it right here. I like it more than Chestnut, that's for sure. And I don't like it as much as Typhlosion. That's really the only reason I know that that's exactly where it goes. It has an incredible design. Again, another incredible shiny. I played through Ultra Sun with a full predetermined team that I caught in my Sun game that I was like, oh, I'm going to have all these low-level Pokemon in my team and play through with them. It was a Decidueye, a Feraligatr, which was pretty cool. And then a couple of other stuff, a couple shinies that I had gotten or friends had gotten for me. And yeah, I have sentimental attachment to Decidueye for that. I've had that Decidueye since way back in 2017? Yeah, 2017. So, yeah, I love Decidueye. Amazing design. Again, sentimental attachment's a big factor, so yeah. Next we have Incineroar, the monster of VGC himself. Incineroar is crazy in battle, and obviously I love battling.
Yeah.
It also has really cool design, and most sentimental attachment from it, I did play through Pokemon Sun with an Incineroar, but most of the sentimental attachment I have with Incineroar is because of its inclusion in Smash, and me using it a lot. It was my secondary main for a very long time, it still is. I love playing Incineroar in Smash, it's cool, it works cool, it plays fun, and it's also amazing in VGC, and it has another cool shiny. It has the white stripes instead of the black stripes. I think Incineroar is a solid Pokemon with a just as solid design. I think it probably falls right about here, if I can fit it in that little gap. Yes, I can. Incineroar goes right there. Primarina, I'm not a massive fan of. I don't like Popplio at all. I hate Brion even more. Primarina's fine. It's got a nice-looking design. I have absolutely no attachment to it at all. I think Primarina is probably right behind Empoleon in C tier. Next we get to Galar. The starters of midness, if you will. So, I think the Galar starters are alright. They're okay. I don't mind them. I'm noticing that this actual tier list format is a little small, so I'm gonna do a little bit of shifting just so I have them in the right order rather than in the right tier, because obviously the order is more important. These three are all A tiers, but I'm putting them in high B just for sake of everything fitting on the list. Because these three, I mean, it's weird. I like all of them, but they're all like, They're all okay. The only one that I like a lot, I like Inteleon. I have sentimental attachment to it. It has a great shiny. It was one of my first hunts that I've ever done, and I got it really quickly, which was nice. So Inteleon is probably gonna fall. Honestly, it's probably gonna fall right in front of Samurott. Top of B tier. I'll put it over here though. I'll put it over here, and then I can move Samurott back to his little home. Rillaboom, I think, has probably the best design out of all of them. I think Rillaboom has the most visually appealing design. It's just a cool ape, cool hair. I like him a lot. I think Rillaboom is a low A, obviously, but I'm going to put him in high B, like I did with Delphox over here. Cinderace is an interesting case. That was a bar. But I think overall, Cinderace is probably my least favorite of the starters that I like a lot. I think just behind Meganium, probably. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Hisui. So obviously we've seen these starters already once on the list each. Let's see how much I like them relatively. Hisui and Typhlosion, it's alright. I like all of their... Actually, other than Samurott, I like the originals more. Hisui and Typhlosion is incredibly close for me, I will say. But I do like regular Typhlosion more. It's just something about the ruggedness of the design as opposed to the calmness of this one. I do like the ghost type, I like the purple, all of that is sick. But it's not as great, you know? And Typhlosion is going to fall in the A tier, probably right behind Torterra. There's Hisui and Typhlosion. That's my favorite of the three. Hisui and Samurott I like very slightly more than regular Samurott. The only reason I like regular Samurott more generally is because it has a better shiny, but raw design, Hisui and Samurott is better. Hisui and Decidueye is definitely the most improvement out of all of them, but I do still think I like it more than Hisui and Samurott by a little bit. But I'm unsure. I'm very unsure. So I think I'll probably put Hisui and Decidueye somewhere in the low A tier, right above Inteleon. And that is leading us to our Paldean starters. Finally, we get to say that. We know the region name. It's awesome. We have Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley. So I'm going to be ranking these based off of how much potential I think their final evolutions have. And where I think they'll fall relative to the other starters here. So I'm just going to tell you straight up. Fuecoco's the best. Then Quaxley. Oh my god, what have I done? Then Quaxley. Then Sprigatito. That's the order of how much I like them. Where they fall relative to the current starter Pokemon, that's an interesting one. I'm gonna throw a little bit of a shadow on these, just so we can distinguish them, because I'm just gonna place them in between a couple of other ones. Just a little black outline. There we go. Fuecoco, I think I love Fuecoco. I always have. I always will. Fuecoco has the most potential in my opinion, and I think if it reaches its full potential, it could potentially be better than Sceptile. In my personal opinion. I don't think it'll cross that boundary of my top 3 favorite starters, but I think it could be as good as, if not better than Sceptile. So I'm going to place little Fuecoco guy right in between them, just so you can see Sceptile's face. I'll leave it right there. Quaxly, I think also has a lot of potential, but I don't think it has as much as Fuecoco. I think it will end up being pretty cool, but it's obviously just going to be some duck guy, pirate-looking dude. Now, where do I think he'll fall on my favorites? I don't think it'll be super high up. I think it'll be in the range of Pokemon that I like enough to, like, use and play with and mess around with, but not super high up on that list, so I think it'll probably fall somewhere between Meganium and Delphox. Sprigatito also has a lot of potential. I think it'll probably fall somewhere between Cinderace and Meganium. But I don't know. I think Sprigatito might even have more potential because it could turn into more things. Because right here we just have a Fire-type Crocodile, and right here we just have a Grass-type Cat. It leaves more to be. But Quaxly is a Water Duck Sailor, which eliminates a lot of options. So therefore, I think Sprigatito could potentially be better, falling somewhere over here maybe, between Delphox and Rillaboom. But I have a feeling that Quaxly will be better. So this is my final list. Remember, some of these are a little bit lower in tier just so they could fit. This is just the order of best to worst, in my opinion. And the Paldean starters are placed in where I think they will fall between in their final evolutions. And moving on to Nate's list. Alright, everybody, we're back with me done trying to fix everything. I'm actually going to save everything right now, and we're going to get into Nate's list. Venusaur!
Haha. So, this one's my favorite Pokemon. I played through it in Pokemon X back, much like Daniel. This Charizard, I got it back in 2013. Played through it, had it for so long. I love Venusaur. Good shiny. Love its Mega. Just everything about it. I just love Venusaur.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Next up we have Blastoise! Charizard!
Charizard's another, like, it's an iconic Pokemon. I feel like you have to love Charizard. I can't put it in A tier. I have to put it in S. It has an incredible shiny. It's 2 Mega Evolutions.
Yeah, both of them are good.
Insane. Both of which are insane. Mega Charizard X being my favorite design thing in the Pokemon franchise.
I second that.
Yeah. Charizard is just one of those iconic Pokemon that you have to put in S.
It's one of those iconic Pokemon that deserve it. It's not Pikachu. Yeah. It's not just Eevee. It's Charizard.
Blastoise is... I feel like... I don't know. Blastoise is... Like... I know it gets a lot of love, but I still feel like it's underappreciated. Like, Blastoise is a very well-designed Pokemon. It has cannons on its back. Like,
yeah. That's all you really have to say, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to put Blastoise in S tier too. I'm going to put all the Gen 1 stars in S tier.
That's 100% fair. Also, just a little side note, because I didn't mention it when I was going through my list. Have you ever looked at Gigantamax Blastoise?
Jesus.
I'm not a massive fan of Gigantamax as a concept. Like, I think my top 3 are, like, G-Max Charizard, who's, like, right about here. G-Max Toxtricity, who's about here. And then G-Max Blastoise, which is, like, out of frame. G-Max Blastoise has it's just so good.
Yeah.
It's just covered in guns.
Yeah, definitely my favorite G-Max form.
Alright, now going into the right order, unlike I did, Johto with Meganium. Don't do it.
Okay.
I like him.
So, I know you do. But Meganium sucks. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. It's just not like it's not good.
I had it in B tier.
Bayleaf better.
That's crazy. You're crazy.
Bayleaf better. But it's not. But I don't like hate it. You know, it's just like among the starters. It's just it's not that good. I'll put it in C.
So S tier.
I'm gonna put it in C. I'll put it in C tier.
Okay. Typhlosion.
Typhlosion is solid. Just a solid all-around Pokemon. Very, like, it's basic, but it's, like, basic done in the best way. You know what I'm saying?
Like what I was saying, yeah.
Like, it was the second generation of Pokemon, second trio of starters. I think they did a really good job, you know, being the fire type starter after Charizard. It had a lot to live up to. And
He even gave it the same exact stats.
yeah, Typhlosion is really good. I'll put Typhlosion in A.
Okay, A tier, Typhlosion.
That was really well spoken. I just want to say that.
Thank you, MJ.
Oh, also, just to clarify, it's Venusaur, Charizard, then Blastoise?
Yes.
Okay. Feraligatr. My guy.
I love Feraligatr so much. Being your favorite Pokemon too, it also grew on me. I used to like Typhlosion a little bit more.
I do have to say, the same thing has happened with Venusaur. I've always liked Venusaur, but a couple of the Pokemon that I put I put Venusaur ahead of, I wouldn't have if I hadn't spent the 10 years with you and Power the Venusaur.
Yeah.
So,
and I haven't even battled with or against Dockmaster yet.
For those of you that don't know, the Feraligatr that I mentioned before, its name is Dockmaster.
So, Feraligatr, I'm going to put above Typhlosion in A tier.
Fair. That is an acceptable response from me, the Feraligatr stan. Moving on to Hoenn with Sceptile.
Sceptile, cool, tree dude. Love Sceptile. Sceptile in the anime is, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ash's Sceptile taking out the Darkrai.
Even Sawyer's Sceptile was pretty cool.
Sawyer's Mega Sceptile was
I don't really like Sawyer that much, but I liked his Sceptile.
Yeah, his Sceptile was really, really strong. Sceptile is definitely an S tier.
His Sceptile was lost to Greninja, right?
Yeah, Sceptile lost to Greninja. I'll put it I'll put it above Blastoise.
Fair.
Cool tree dude.
Moving on to Blaziken.
Blaziken, the Hoenn starters are insane.
Yeah.
The Hoenn starters are insane.
Obviously, so are the Kanto starters.
Yeah, I love Blaziken. Blaziken is dope. Mega Blaziken is really good. The shiny, the shiny's okay. It's not anything crazy.
It leaves a lot to be desired, in my opinion.
They could have done so much better. But Blaziken, it's solid. I use a Blaziken, my Blaziken Phoenix, so I have some sentimental attachment to it. I played through Alpha Sapphire 2 times. First time, chose Sceptile. Second time, I chose Blaziken. Well, Torchic. So, yeah, I'll put it in A. Do I like it more than Typhlosion? No, I'll put it in A below Typhlosion.
Also, if any of you guys are curious and you want to see some of the Pokemon that we're attached to that we've mentioned in action, please let us know. We're down to make some content in-game about the Pokemon that we've been using for such a long time. All right, wrapping up Hoenn, we have Swampert.
Swampert is another amazing Pokemon. Great shiny. Great shiny. Love its Mega Evolution. I think it looks really cool.
So many people hate on it, and that bothers me because it's cool.
I think it looks really cool. I think it's, yeah, it's Swampert's insane. Swampert's really good. I use a Swampert.
Really
Kip.
Kip.
Love Swampert. I'll put it in A above Blaziken.
Fair.
The fact that Blaziken is my least favorite out of the three is crazy.
It says something about how good they are, though.
Yeah.
That the least favorite of the three is still awesome. Same thing, especially with Kanto. Your least favorite is still an S tier. Alright, moving on. Sinnoh Torterra.
I love Sinnoh. Sinnoh is my favorite region. By a little bit. Kalos is a very close second. I am a Kalos baby.
Nice.
I am a Kalos baby, started in Gen 6. But Torterra, I don't really have a lot of sentimental attachment to Torterra. I know I used a Torterra in my Diamond playthrough, my first ever Diamond playthrough, but I don't know where Diamond is. So,
you should get on that. That thing's worth a lot of money nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, Diamond. Torterra is fine. I'll put it in B.
Okay.
It's a fine Pokemon. It's cool.
Okay, the man himself,
Infernape. Oh my gosh. Best firefighting type starter. It's Infernape in the anime was insane. Ash's Infernape. Ash versus Paul, my favorite battle of all time. Where Infernape was the MVP, taking out I think 3 of Paul's Pokemon, 2 or 3.
Something like that.
I don't remember.
And then Blaze.
Yeah, and then Blaze. I remember there was just one play Ash did where I think he used something on like the stage. Paul had a Drapion or something, right? And it set the toxic spikes, and I think that Infernape like overheated the battlefield to get rid of the toxic spikes. It was so sick.
Oh, that's cool.
Infernape is sick. So I'll put it in S. I'll put it above Sceptile. Uh, above Charizard too,
Above Charizard, okay.
because I actually used an Infernape.
That's fair, that's fair. Finishing off Generation 4, we have Empoleon.
Empoleon is, oh my god. I like the other two so much better. That's the thing.
That's fair.
But
so do I.
yeah, but I don't think it's on the same level as Torterra. I'd probably put it in C, above Meganium though.
Damn. Liking Meganium is not a fun thing to do. Okay, moving on. Unova, we have Superior.
Unova. Man. Black and White 2 were such good games.
WS games.
They were such good games. Probably objectively the best games in the series.
Yeah, I think Black 2 and White 2 were probably like... No. They were the best games. I would not our favorites. Also, the best game... I have to clarify this every time I say it because it bothers me. The best Pokemon game, and what should be everyone's favorite Pokemon game, is Legends Arceus, regardless. When we're talking about it, we mean full-on mainline, like... excluding Legends Arceus because it's such an obvious answer. Out of the regular RPG style normal Pokemon games, Black 2 and White 2 are definitely the best. Maybe not our favorites, but the best. Definitely like my second favorites though, for sure.
Superior, I don't like as much as any of the Pokemon in A tier, nor do I have any type of attachment to Superior, so I will put it in B. I'll put it below Torterra.
Alright, my guy Emboar.
Emboar is... oh, man.
Oh, man.
You know what it is? Okay, I will... Positives. Positives first. Emboar has an incredible shiny.
Yes!
Incredible shiny.
Yes.
Incredible shiny. I love Emboar shiny. It's just... You know what I think the main problem is? I think the main problem with Emboar is its 3D sprite. I think its 3D sprite is not good.
You know, its 3D model isn't amazing, but you know why that doesn't bother me? Because the switch to 3D, unlike with a lot of Pokemon and their shinies, it made Emboar's shiny better than it already was.
That's true.
It added a purple hue to its blue and white flame, so now it's blue and purple instead of blue and white. So that's why I don't mind the 3D model, because in the change to 3D, its shiny got an improvement. But its 3D model overall is very unappealing.
So, its Gen 5 model, on the other hand...
oh my god.
That actually looks pretty cool.
Gen 5 sprites were all so good.
Yeah, I used all three Unova starters, but I'd say Emboar is probably the one I have the least attachment to. I'll put it in B below Superior.
Okay, that's fair.
But it's not. It's definitely better than Empoleon and Meganium.
Samurott.
Samurot's my favorite out of the three, for sure. Love Samurott. Samurott was the Pokemon I used in Black 2, my main Black 2 playthrough. And it was it was the MVP of my team for sure. I remember my Samurott taking out Getis Hydreigon, because he had a Hydreigon that shouldn't have been a Hydreigon. Ice Beam.
Oh, you had a special one. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So Samurott, I'll put in S. I don't think I like it as much as Sceptile. I'll put it above Blastoise though.
I think all of us are going to have overwhelmingly positive things to say about all of the Kanto starters.
Yeah.
Alright, Chestnut.
Chestnut is solid. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you dislike Chestnut, if you do it wrong. You shouldn't. Chestnut is a great design Pokemon. Great shiny Pokemon. It is my least favorite out of the Kalos starters. Not if we're going on design. Design, obviously Greninja's the best one out of the three of them.
Yeah.
I do have that attachment to Delphox, so I do like it more than Chestnut. But purely off design, I would say Chestnut's probably number 2. I never used a Chestnut actually in a playthrough, but I still think I like it more than Torterra, so I'll put it in B tier above Torterra.
That's fair. Delphox.
Delphox is another Pokemon. I love Delphox so much. Momo, was in my first playthrough of X. Technically second because I reset my first one where I had Froakie because I was lost. I don't know what happened. But it was on the main team, the main X team with all my iconic Pokemon. It had Momo, Power the Venusaur, my Sylveon, my Noivern, my Aegislash. Momo I'm going to put... I call Delphox Momo all the time. I'm going to put it in A above Typhlosion.
Okay.
I like it more than Feraligatr.
You shouldn't. Alright. Greninja. Okay. We get it. We get it. It's Greninja. It's going above everything except for Venusaur.
Sixth favorite Pokemon. Fifth favorite Pokemon. Love Greninja.
Yeah.
I don't think I really need to say anything about Greninja.
You really don't. Decidueye.
Yeah, starters. Decidueye. Oof.
If you need me to scooch some of the S's to A's to fit something in there, I'm just saying, if you think that, I can do that for you.
Decidueye. The thing with Decidueye is so cool, but I don't have a lot of like sentimental attachment to it. I used one in Sun. It was my starter in Sun, but I shiny hunted for a shiny one, and that's the one I used in battle for a long time. So I don't really know. I'll put it in A. Yeah, I'll put it in A above Feraligatr. Because I do really like the situation.
The king of A tier has been dethroned. Okay, Incineroar.
Oh my god. Incineroar is so violent in battle. Incineroar is so violent.
Intimidate and Fake Out is not something that a Pokemon should get both of.
Yeah. Incineroar is cracked.
And Parting Shot.
Yeah. But, I think Incineroar is cool. Like Daniel, I use Incineroar in Smash a little bit. Purple Cat. Fighting with Daniel in Smash, with his Incineroar has also made me like it a lot more. I'm going to put it in A. I don't think I like it more than Blaziken, though. I'll leave it in A, though.
Bottom of A so far?
Yeah, Incineroar is good.
Primarina.
Primarina is just... I don't have any sentimental attachment to it, nor do I think it's a great design. I don't like the pre-evolutions either. I think they're kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I'd put it in C. I think C above Meganium.
Wow. Damn.
I'm sorry, Meganium.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Galar. Everyone's favorite Pokemon games. Sword and Shield.
Jesus Christ.
Rillaboom.
Rillaboom was actually my least favorite.
Really? I didn't know that.
Rillaboom was my least favorite.
I thought Empoleon was your least favorite.
Using Rillaboom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Rillaboom. I
that
love
makes sense.
Rillaboom now.
Killaboom.
Even before like Grassy Glide, Rillaboom was a thing. Like that's when I started. Not when I started using it. I started using it a little bit before that, but it was growing on me. And then that just like Killaboom was just like one of my go-to guys in battle. And I think design-wise, it's so good compared to the other grass stars besides Venusaur.
Yeah, again, I think it objectively has a much better design than the other two Galar starters. I only put Inteleon ahead because I like it's shiny and I have attachment to it.
But I don't know if I like it as much as the A tier Pokemon. I'm gonna put it at the top of B.
Top of B above Chestnut.
Are you saying it's a better design by itself or with the drums?
Either way.
Yeah.
I think even by itself right here, just as a grassy ape,
right there
it's
looks
cool.
great.
I like it. I also like it's shiny. I like the one that I use that I named after Anderson .Paak.
Paak.
Okay, Cinderace. I know you love Cinderace.
Cinderace, I love Cinderace. At first, like, Cinderace was, like, up there. Like, I was in love with Cinderace. I love Cinderace. It has fallen off a little bit, though. I use Cinderace in Unite, too. We both use Cinderace in Unite.
We do both use Cinderace in Unite. I remember you used to say that Cinderace was your favorite fire starter.
Yeah, I definitely like Infernape more now. Charizard, I think I like more. I think the Cinderace hype is cooled down.
Is it falling into S tier though?
It's definitely S tier, but I'd say bottom of S tier.
So like right there, where I can barely fit it. Give him a little bit of wiggle room. I don't know if he wants it. Let's see if I can just inch it in a little bit. Perfect. S tier has been cramped full. All right, finally we have Inteleon.
Inteleon. Drip God. love Inteleon. I love its G-Max form.
Its G-Max form is really cool.
The whole sniper concept.
One thing that made me like Inteleon even design-wise more is the fact that it has like the extra like eyelids that close when it uses Snipe Shot.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing that animation for the first time when I got my shiny Inteleon that I named Torpedo, it was so cool. Pokemon that have special animations and seeing them used for the first time by their shiny, it's a weird sensation, but I fucking love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Inteleon, I definitely have a lot of memories with Inteleon, both mine and yours, Daniel. Yeah. You know? But as a Pokemon, I don't know. I have attachment to it, but not that much attachment to it. I'll put it in B, below Torterra.
We're on to Hisuian Decidueye.
Hisuian Decidueye, I feel like it's just such a downgrade from regular Decidueye.
That's like, the thing that I hear a lot, and I agree, but I think Decidueye's base form is so good that people are not recognizing this is still a good design.
It's fine. It's a fine design. I think that I really don't know.
I really wish sometimes that certain forms had come out first that hadn't. Because if this came out first, people are like, oh, that's cool. And then this comes out as an extra form, and people are like, whoa, it's even better now.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Hisuian Goodra, because I think Hisuian Goodra is pretty lazy. I think its shiny's alright, where it turns golder and bronzer. I think that's pretty cool. So I have a shiny Hisuian Goodra. I'm unsure if I'm going to use it. But I think it's lazy, because it doesn't change a whole lot. But if that came first, people would love the design because it's just Goodra.
Yeah.
And then if it lost the shell, people would like it more because it's better.
I think I'm gonna put it in B tier, above Inteleon. I like it more than Torterra. I think it is solid. It's just compared to the other two.
Yeah.
These two.
Hisuian Typhlosion.
Hisuian Typhlosion. I love Hisuian Typhlosion. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna put it. You know what? I'm gonna put it right next to regular Typhlosion, but above. It's like below Delphox, above Typhlosion. Yeah. Purple Flames, man.
Yeah, that's definitely a big selling point of it for me as well.
The whole ghost type aspect of it, for me, is what pushes it over the edge.
You know, I'm gonna have to say I appreciate you so much because you just did this so much cleaner than I did, to the point where I haven't had to adjust any tiers, and there's only 4 left. So good for you. Hisuian Samurott.
Hisuian Samurott, I love even more than regular Samurott. Tad bit more. It's so good. I will say regular Samurott's shiny is better. But other than that, I think it's definitely an upgrade. I'll put it above Samurott, not above Sceptile, though.
Hisuian Samurott where he belongs. Perfect. Alright, Paldea. Now I'm not going to have to move anything. I'm very impressed that we only had to move it once, because these are just going to fall in between 2 different starters in their... in regards to their potential in your beliefs. So we're going to go Pokedex order. So we're going to start with Sprigatito.
I feel like for all of them, they all have really good potential. Because I love all of their first stages, like, a lot.
Yeah.
I think, like, they're all really good. In terms of potential, though, I don't think any of them are S tier. I think Sprigatito, really? hot take, is my favorite of the 3 so far. Do not know what their final forms are going to look like. That could change, in my opinion. It's probably not going to, but it could. Sprigatito, I'm going to put all of them in A. It's just, where am I ranking them within the A tier?
Which Pokemon do you think Sprigatito will fall in between its final evolution?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I think it will fall somewhere between... Typhlosion, and Swampert.
Okay, Sprigatito's gonna fall right here. We're covering Superior's head, but is that really such a bad thing?
No.
Fuecoco.
Fuecoco.
I love this guy. He's so good.
Honestly, in terms of potential, I think Fuecoco probably has more. I'll put it between Hisuian Typhlosion and Delphox.
Okay, that's fair. And this one I can actually put it here without it covering anything up. Yeah, I'll move this a little higher. It's going to cover Swampert a bit.
Quaxley I think has potential too. I'm going to put it between Swampert and Blaziken though.
All right. I think the thing about Quaxley, like I said before, it has potential to be cool, but what its design is going to look like is so obvious. It can still look cool, but we know what it's going to be like in regards to. I don't think I used that phrase right.
The other two, we're not so sure. I think that's what makes them more interesting.
Man.
Especially since there was a leak of what Quaxly's Final Evolution's head looks like, just incredibly blurred out, but artists have made renditions of it, and it's exactly what you would think it's going to look like. Like, you'd see that and be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look bad. It looks like it's still going to be cool, but it is definitely shaping out to probably be my least favorite of the three. My least favorite... I mean, Quaxly is my second favorite of the first stages, but it's not looking promising in the final stage department. I feel like Sprigatito's is allegedly going to have a really ridiculously powerful hidden ability, so I feel like that's got to have some kind of incorporation with its design. But I don't know. But Fuecoco definitely is looking like it's going to have the most potential out of all of them. I've been looking forward to what Fuecoco's going to look like for a very long time.
Yeah, me too. Fuecoco's
like Leaf Guard, but on steroids. It just can't take any status effect.
Just ever.
Imagine. No status effect.
It's just called Guard.
Guard.
What if it's called No Leaf Guard, and it's Leaf Guard and No Guard in one ability?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
But it also has Unseen Fist, and Moxie, and Spectral Neigh, and Beast Boost.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, that's Nate's list. Okay. Those are our tier lists. I'll show all three of them on the screen right now, side by side, mine, Nate's, and MJ's. And that is it for the first episode of Tier List Tag Team.
And I will never show up in any of these episodes ever.
You might make an appearance or two if you would like. That's it. First episode of Tier List Tag Team. I hope you guys enjoyed. There will be more of this series coming probably soon, because this is very fun to do with my friends, and it's not such a difficult piece of content for me to create. It just is a bit time-consuming, that is all. Yeah. Again, hope you guys enjoyed. Check out some more of my videos. I have a lot of other stuff relating to Pokemon. I have a lot of other stuff relating to a lot of other things. If you want to see me being a little funnier than I was being insightful in this video, go check out my Funny Moments playlist, maybe my Jackbox playlist. It's quite goofy. We get into some silly shenanigans here and there, and yeah, give some shit some checking out, and don't forget to wipe your butt. Deuces.